Hi guys, welcome back to Function Pilates. I'm Vanessa Kelly, and today we are back to talk about some quick tips for you. So I'm gonna give you 5 exercises that I would recommend and would actually customize for a client of mine with knock knees. So knock knees, just so as a small reference, is when the knees come in locked together here. So the thigh bone is internally rotated from the actual pelvis, okay? So we're gonna work on strengthening the glutes here and stretching out those inner thighs. So keep that in mind as we go through each of these exercises. So let's just take footwork as our first exercise. We do footwork in pretty much every single workout we do in Pilates, right? So I'm going to use the magic circle here as a prop just to do some generic footwork in a parallel position. So let's take our springs down to, let's just do 2 mediums and 1 light spring here, okay? So with balanced body, that's just gonna be 2 reds and 1 blue spring. Headrest is about in its halfway position, and we can go ahead and take a seat. Before I lie down, I'm gonna take the magic circle here right above my knees, okay? So again, I was saying with knock knee position, the knees wanna pull inward towards our midline, right? So we want to strengthen the outside of our hips and train the realignment of the actual knee to hip ratio here, okay? So once we're here, we're gonna go ahead and lie ourselves down, and we're gonna place our heels here right on top of the foot bar, okay? So you want to possibly have your feet a little bit more separated than normal, just so that you can really get some some resistance here into your magic circle, okay? So once we're down onto our back, let's just take a quick check. I love to check to make sure that my head is in alignment with the headrest. So I like to look left, look right, make sure I'm not closer to one of the shoulder blocks, and then we can drop our arms down beside us. So palms are down flat. We're in a parallel position with our heels on the foot bar, and you're gonna go ahead and push out to 2 straight legs, okay? So then from here, if you need to adjust yourself or your client, you can go ahead and do so. And then once you pull back in, they have to continue to keep the resistance into the magic circle. Otherwise, what's gonna happen? It's gonna fall, right? So this is training them to activate those external rotators and the glute muscles as they extend here. So other things we are wanting to look for is their foot stability, okay? So we want to allow equal pressure, equal weight distribution into their heels as they're doing this exercise. We also want to encourage that we're eliminating any type of rocking through the ankles. So you want to make sure that the toes are looking straight up and you're in that dorsiflex position here. So let's just do about 3 more as we get going here. So good for this type of postural alignment. And let's just do 1 more. Press out. Good. And you'll notice that yourself or the client actually works a little bit harder when they are doing this. So we can go ahead and put ourselves up. I'm going to let's go ahead and just reduce the springs down to 2 mediums, because our second exercise that we're gonna do is going to involve a sideline series using the foot bar. So I'm gonna reduce my light spring, and I'm also, just because I'm a creature of habit, I'm taking my headrest down flat. I'm also gonna grab a hold of my pillow, and I like to be comfortable. So I'm gonna place that right there in the center, and then I'm gonna go ahead and lie down on my side here, okay? So this is a great exercise, our sideline footwork, to help strengthen the glutes. So we're gonna place the top foot here on the foot bar. The bottom leg gets to relax here, sort of, right? It's just gonna go along for the ride. But I want you to make sure that you are completely stacked through your hips. And again, there's 2 medium springs, so it's a nice resistance here for this client, because you have to remember, they have weak glutes. They're not super strong here in the muscles of their butt yet. So that's what we're focused on. So from here, shoulders stacked, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep my bottom hand onto the peg, top hand just here for balance. We're gonna push out to a straight leg. Now, with this one, I'm keeping my entire foot flat against the foot bar, so you don't want to see or feel any disconnection from the foot bar. So once we've established that, as we get going, what are we going to see occur in this individual? Most likely something like this, where they're internally rotated even further, dropping their knee down. So we need to, again, watch that the foot is in line, again, equal weight distribution, and that the knee is in line with the ankle and with the hip here. So even if that means thinking of raising your knee up a little bit towards the ceiling if we're cueing, or if you're thinking about that in your own body. But this is such a great exercise to do. I love the actual sole of the foot on the foot bar because it does reinforce that glute activation too. I'm doing this on, again, 2 medium springs, but let's just say you wanted your client or yourself to feel even more through the glute. I would challenge them and lower this down to 1 medium spring, okay? So that would really feel like they have to, like a suction cup. You guys all know what a suction cup is. You want to think about like your foot, the bottom of your foot, like really pulling in, and that also like awakens those sleepy muscles there into the glutes too. Okay, so that's number 2. Let's go ahead and talk about number 3 here. So I'm going to remove the pillow. We don't need this one, but we are going to stay with the headrest down flat. And I'm gonna actually keep you guys on your 2 medium springs. So I'm gonna lie down on my back, and we're gonna go into some bridging, some double leg bridging, and then we're going to transition into some single leg bridging. So let's go ahead and start with our heels on. Heels are gonna be the easiest, so let's just start here. And you're gonna take your arms down beside you. So from this position, you want to apply pressure into the foot bar as we bridge the hips all the way up. Now, what are we gonna see occur with our client? The knees are gonna wanna pull in. So we have to, again, think of our knees and our hips as railroad tracks here. So start to lower back down. Think of the knees reaching up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Let's try that again. The arms are great for leverage. So really encourage using the arms here with the triceps to lift the hips. And again, we're feeling the whole posterior side of our body here. So you're gonna feel your glutes, you're gonna feel those hamstrings. That's what's helping to strengthen that area of the hips as well. Okay, so one more time as we warm up through these hamstrings, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and raise our hips back up again. Perfect. We're looking at the alignment of the knees. We're looking and feeling in our heels and our feet. Are we rolling our ankles out? Are we rolling our ankles in to compensate for this exercise? And then lower everything back down again. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is once you've done a few of these repetitions of double leg, we're gonna transition into your single leg work. So let's go ahead and take that right leg into tabletop, just like so. And then left heel is on. It's gonna require so much more awareness and focus on the exercise here. So inhale to prepare, and exhale, we're going to bridge ourselves back up again. Now, this is what's gonna happen, is when we're compensating, sometimes the hips are gonna wanna shift, and I'm over-exaggerating, but you wanna watch for that alignment. So you can go ahead and take a peek as you just kind of drop your eyes down, or if you're the instructor, you're looking at that alignment as well, and then lower back down again. And we'll try this 2 more times. Again, less is more. We don't need a ton of repetitions. We just need repetitions done in a meaningful way. And then back down again. Good. Try to relax your neck and shoulders. There's so much of that focusing on the hamstrings. Exhale, let's go ahead and peel back up. Hold it right there. Beautiful. And then we bring it back down. So such a great type of exercise to do with your clients as far as single leg bridging. Okay, so the next exercise we're gonna do is skater. So we're gonna stand, and this exercise is so great because it is, again, targeting those external rotators into the glutes. So I'm going to take this down. Let's take the foot bar down flat. And we're going to be on, let's do a medium and a light spring. I really like that combination of weight. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna stand carefully on top of the reformer. So let's go ahead and place our left foot here on the stabilizing part of the reformer as you stand up. And then we're gonna take our right foot up on the actual moving part of the carriage here, okay? So once we're here, go ahead and adjust yourself so that your feet are in alignment with one another. And we're gonna take our hands to our hips here, just so we have some good alignment here with our body. And then I want you to go ahead and bend down into that more of a squatted position, right? Because we're going into skater. So our stabilizing leg is the left side. It's not going to be moving left or right here. So you want to watch for that, okay? The only one that's moving is this right side. So from there, I like to go on the very edge of the carriage. You have a really nice grip and you have a lot of push with this too. So from here, we inhale to prepare. We exhale to press to a straight leg and then bring it back in. Now, if this is too heavy, you can always go ahead and reduce your tension. You don't even have to go to a straight leg because you're still gonna feel the work. So if your client can only go to about like right here halfway, or yourself can go about right there, that's okay. Otherwise, you're gonna go ahead and extend and bring it in. It's a little bit of a faster pace, right? Because we wanna create stamina and we wanna create momentum here. Excellent, let's try it 3 and 2, watching this leg, and 1, and bring it back in. So we're gonna carefully step off with our right leg. We're gonna take that down, and then we're gonna go ahead, bring this side down. Okay, so 5th exercise, not really an exercise, more of a stretch, because we wanna balance out, right? Strengthening with stretching. So I'm gonna put the foot bar back up, and we're gonna go to a medium spring. So just one red spring here. And then we're doing an inner thigh, we're doing an adductor stretch basically. So let's take your left foot, place it up against the leg of the reformer, and then your right foot's gonna go ahead and come all the way up to the shoulder block. So from here, you're gonna go into your splits. So you can feel the stretch here of the leg that's on top of the carriage, and maybe that's enough for you or your client, or maybe you need more. So then we're gonna carefully walk your hands to the edge of the reformer, and then you guys can take it out as far as you can go, okay? Just enough so that you can feel like you're not going to, like if it feels like a rubber band, you know, when it's like super taut, you don't wanna go too far where you feel like it's just gonna break. So really like acknowledge your body and how that feels, but you can keep this really passive and just hold, or you can keep it active. And you can have it coming in, and then maybe you're going out a little further here. So I like to take some time to add this stretch in when I am working with clients with a knock knee type of posture here, and then bring it back in. So hopefully these 5 quick tips for knock knees is super helpful for you if you're trying to put together your own workouts at home, or if you're an instructor and working with clients. These are some go-tos. So I will see you next week for some more quick tips.